Hey everyone, this is Brian. Last week I watched a video by Elite Hunters. He's got a new channel out. I'll put a link down below for you to guys check him out. But he did a challenge to me in an answer to a video that was done by 7 Line Cardboard, which was basically called Homegrown MLB Talent. And what it basically is about is to pick a player that was born and raised or close to your hometown, played Major League Ball, and if you got a card or two of them, to go ahead and do a video on it. So for me, the close guy for me, living close to where I live, and still lives today actually, is Tim Wakefield, who pitched for the Pirates and then went on to pitch for the Red Sox for quite a long time. Played 17 seasons in all. But he was played in our local high school here, O'Galley High, down in Melbourne, and went on to play in the college down there, Florida Tech. And at the time, he played as a second baseman. And he also holds the record still at Florida Tech for home runs of 40. But he was called up by the Pirates in 1988 as a second baseman, but was told by one of the scouts there that he probably would never make it out of Double-A ball because of his position skills just weren't up to snuff. Long story short, so he decided to try pitching, and he figured out he could throw a pretty good knuckleball, and with that he became quite a pitcher for 17 years. In '92 he played with the Triple-A Buffalo Bisons of the American Association, had 6 complete games, and in that season he won 10 games. So by the end of the '92 season, Pittsburgh called him back up as a pitcher, and he made his major league debut against the St. Louis Cardinals, where he struck out 10 batters on 146 pitches. He also helped the Pirates in the playoffs, and he won the National League Rookie of the Year award from the Sporting News that same year. That year he pitched against the Braves in the championship series and against some pretty stout pitchers, Tom Glavine, and also beat him twice actually. And then he threw a 5-hitter in the NLCS as well, so his pitching career was off to a pretty good start. Along with that, he went through the players' strike, which they had, which was in '95, and unfortunately after that, the Pirates released him. But 6 days after being released by the Pirates, he was picked up by the Boston Red Sox, and he worked with Phil and Joe Niekro, who definitely helped him with his knuckleball. And so he made it onto the Red Sox roster '95 through '98 season. And when their rotation was struggling with Roger Clemens, Aaron Selly, Wakefield was called up from Triple-A ball. He began the season with a 1.65 ERA and a 14-1 record through 17 games, and 6 of which were complete. He ended the year at 16-8 with a 2.95 ERA and helping the Red Sox win the division title. He also finished third in the Cy Young Award in '98. In 1997, he also led the majors in batters hit by pitch, which was 16, and then again he would lead the league with that same record in 2001 by hitting 18 batters. So even though he had a good win-loss record for the Red Sox, that knuckleball was fluttering all over the place and hitting batters. It's very hard to catch that knuckleball. In 2003 through 2008, the Red Sox battled the Yankees quite often for the ALCS titles. And in 2003, it was the Red Sox and Yankees once again. Wakefield won Games 1 and Games 4 against Mike Mussina. However, in Game 7, he had a run of bad luck. After retiring the side in the 10th inning and the Red Sox leading, he gave up a home run to Aaron Boone on the first pitch of the 11th inning to send the Yankees to the World Series. Wakefield apologized to the Boston fans, but he was able to come back and avenge that in 2004 when he helped those same Red Sox beat those same Yankees in the best of 7 to advance to the World Series. They lost the first 2 games, but they ended up winning the best out of 7. They went on to win the World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals, and they swept the Cardinals in 4 games, and it was their first title in 86 years. In 2009, Wakefield entered his 15th season with the Boston Red Sox, and some of the accomplishments he had that year were pretty significant. By the All-Star break, he had an 11-3 record and was selected to the All-Star team for the first time ever. And by doing that, he became the first-time All-Star, second oldest first-time All-Star at 42, behind the great Satchel Paige, who was 45. In 2010, he entered his 16th season with the Boston Red Sox, and again accomplished a couple of big feats in getting his 2,000th career strikeout, as well as pitching his 3,000th inning. He accomplished these feats while pitching for the Red Sox in 2010. On July 2nd, he surpassed Roger Clemens for the most starts at Fenway, and also for being the oldest player to appear at Red Sox game in Fenway. On October 28th, before Game 2 of 2010 World Series, he was given the Roberto Clemente Award. 2011 would be Tim Wakefield's last season, but he wouldn't go out without some type of fireworks. At the end of the season, a documentary was made about him. It was called Knuckleball, which can be viewed still on television. But some of the records he held still holds today, as he finished his Red Sox career third in wins behind the great Roger Clemens and Cy Young, second in strikeouts behind Clemens, second in game appearances by pitcher behind reliever Bob Stanley, and he finished first in games started as a pitcher and first in innings pitched. After his career was over, Tim was known as a philanthropist throughout our area, giving back to a lot in the community. He was nominated 8 times for the Roberto Clemente Award, and as I had said earlier, he had won the award in 2010. He held many celebrity golf tournaments down in our area, in the Melbourne area, to help a lot of kids with special needs, and helped out one particular community called Space Coast Early Intervention Center, which my son, who's autistic, went to. This center helps kids through therapies and speech therapy, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. He became good friends with the founder of the center, and to this day continues to support them. He went on to broadcasting and joined the NESN network for the Red Sox coverage. And also, his personal life, he's still married to wife Stacy. They have 2 children, and he still resides in Satellite Beach. So for that's the local player that I know that played baseball for 17 years. And here's his rookie card, Mr. Tim Wakefield. Thanks for watching.